colleagues, and good morning to you. Today is Monday, November 15th, and I'm greeting you from my office where I'm getting reacclimated after nearly a week away, where I was attending the American Association of State Colleges and Universities New President's Academy, as well as the annual conference. Very powerful experience for me, one, to network with other leaders across the country around issues that are important to our access institutions. I will tell you there were a lot of great things that were being discussed, but two things that really resonated. One was, how do we as colleges and universities talk about our value proposition and advance that in a way that those who we support and lead, those who are investors in our spaces, those who make decisions about our organizations, truly understand who we are and how we do this work. Particularly powerful observation, as we heard from a number of key folks in our industry who are talking about the value proposition and how we talk about that. The other thing that we talked extensively about, there was a reoccurring theme that I am really embracing, and you've probably heard me use some of this in my own language, is talking about the new majority of the students who are in America's higher educational system that we have the privilege of serving. Many times who are first generation students who are coming to us from various backgrounds that may not have let them know that education was indeed created for them in their space and their needs, and that we are here to serve and support them. So I am delighted to have had that experience coming back onto our campus and looking at a lot of things that are happening at this point. Internally, I did attend when I returned this past week, the Council of Presidents. We did have our meeting. We also had this past week a one-on-one with the Chancellor where I spent some time talking about issues as it relates to Nevada State. And then you also probably noticed that NG did have a Board of Regents meeting on Friday where there was a temporary change in leadership, where Regent Del Carlo and Regent Carvalho will serve as the temporary chair and vice chair through the end of this fiscal year, June 30, 2022. So we'll see how this plays itself out over the next several weeks, but I do know and resonated with their commitments that we've seen from our regents about supporting the work to make sure that we're very deliberate about good governance, and then making very sure that at the end of the day that we always give the student and the student experience the privilege in the conversations that we have. I also had a briefing with Dream.us where we talked about some of the exceptional outcomes that we're seeing as it relates to our students that we serve through that program, and our outstanding staff who have been doing phenomenal work in advocating, but also talking about a very specific policy and practices that we could use as an organization to help support those students. So we're looking to accelerate our participation in that program and hopefully see more students come through Nevada State College to the Dream.us program. In some campus issues, I'm certainly hopeful that you've been keeping yourself aware of all of the issues related to vaccinations. You may have seen the article in today's Nevada Independent, which talks about the number of students who've been provided documentation of their vaccination status. In Nevada State, we see that so far we've had 2,595 students provide the required documentation. And we know that right now we have about 1,600 students who have not provided that yet. So we're monitoring that. We also know that our students are going to be providing that information. We're also very deliberate in how we then message and make them aware of opportunities and how we continue to demonstrate our flexibility. I want to thank our faculty and staff who've been exceptional in making sure that we get information out to our students, that we help them have spaces and places to understand and navigate these challenging conversations for themselves. But I'll also say I'm very proud of the Back and Bold campaign that we're seeing, where we're actually looking at this both for our students but also for our employees as we think deliberately about how we want to show up in the higher education space as Nevada State. We know for a fact that we have a very distinctive role and mission, and our students benefit when they're able to have high-touch experiences with us, but they're also able to have high-tech experiences with us, and we're going to be doing that both in the virtual space but also in a physical face-to-face space, and we're so excited. I'm looking forward to seeing our campus alive and thriving the way that we always do, and to do that with having people here in January is going to be particularly important to us. Just a couple observations. Just today, In fact, I came into the office, and outside of my office, our team is decorated as we express gratitude and thankfulness as this season happens. And I would encourage you, please stop by. There's an opportunity for you to write what you're grateful for and to really help us center our minds around those issues. I continuously see, as we prepare for some wonderful events, our open house this week, as we think about the pinning ceremonies that will be happening at the end of the semester. All of these things are so important for us as we continue to be grateful for this work that we get to do, in the space we get to occupy, the students we get to serve, and the communities that we get to serve. And I ask you to continue to practice a ministry of mindfulness and presence. I know as we start to get toward this point in the semester, things tend to get very hectic. There's lots of things that are demanding our time and competing for our energy. I would ask that you continue to be very thoughtful about that. For my own self, I've noticed that as we start to get toward this holiday period, I think about all the exciting things that get to happen in my own family, but I also think about all the exciting things that happen here and that energy that we have as an academic institution. I hope that you're remembering to take care of yourselves and practicing that each and every day. There's a deliberateness that comes from it, and I'm hopeful that you're able to see it pay dividends to you in your personal life as well. Let me end by saying that I'm looking forward to the touch of fall that's in the air, cooler nights, but also the opportunity to visit about our campus more, and looking forward to all of the conversations that occur. I hope that you're doing well, and until the next time, each of you be well.